Yo, sex is a stress reliever.
Hey, it's Alan.
Hey, it's Vic.
This is the
Curly
Curly
Headed
Bro
Bro
Show.
Show.
So, how do you know if you're having a bad week?
Yeah, how do you just know that, you know what, like, today's not your day, but then today's not your day turns into tomorrow, then the day after, and then the whole week?
Well, Vic is gonna share his week, and that's how you know it's a bad week.
I've been having a really bad week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to share all of it, but I've been having a really bad
Yeah,
week.
man.
So, well, how do you know you've had a bad day? Like, is it a series of events?
I feel like it's the smallest inconvenience that makes you realize, like, this week or this day. Probably it's usually this day. This day really sucks. It's when the smallest thing doesn't work for you. It's when you realize, like, damn, everything just sucks.
Dude, it's like literally like, I don't like. Oh man, I woke up late. I'm gonna be 5 minutes late. To holy crap, I have like 7 clients today. Holy crap, the internet's down. I go home. Holy crap, I don't have AC and my house is hot as hell.
Yeah.
Just like it, just kind of like the littlest things just can ruin your
You know
whole
what
day.
always like tells you you're having like a bad day or something? Is like you're about to open your door, right? You're about to put your key in and then they just fall.
Oh my
That's how you know the world just hates
He
you
doesn't
that
hate
day.
you today.
You're like, everything went wrong and I couldn't even open my door.
But you know what's funny though is when like
Or the seatbelt.
over the seatbelt. But that's the thing. I'm like every little thing like bothers you, right? Like I remember like like something like that, right? And then I'm about to get my keys out of my pocket, and they're stuck to like some little loop,
Yeah.
a little thing of like a little
The
like
little yarn that gets- yeah.
and it gets stuck, and you're like, you're about to
Get
rip
out!
your pants, yeah. You get in the car, and then the seatbelt doesn't want to go,
Yep.
and then
The seatbelt will humble you though. When you're mad, that's not a bad day. When you're mad and you're like fussing and all that, the seatbelt humbles you so quick. It's like, hey, relax, bro.
relax.
It's not that deep.
Calm down. Like, exactly. But I think, so, like I said, if I had a pretty bad week,
Mhm.
I'd say, right? And then some, like, when I know it's happening, like, repetitively, right? I feel like I'm like, am I hitting rock bottom? You ever feel like that? Like,
Yeah, man. It slowly turns into
it
a little
just-
depression of like,
Oh, yeah.
like everything's going wrong. My life sucks.
My life
like,
sucks and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
then I think the important part though, when you are having a bad day, like just remember it could be worse.
It could be.
It could be worse. I mean,
What I like to think about is when it was worse, when I was at my rock bottom, because I feel like I've hit my rock bottom in life, because I've known that feeling.
you know what's sad? You probably haven't.
No, I hope to God I have. I swear to God, if anything is lower
You know
than that
what's
point,
sad?
no, hell no, I've hit my rock bottom.
I think. I mean, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think about where I was,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm doing a lot better than, what I think is.
I
going
think
on.
about the basics, like like I'm
Shelter,
alive,
food.
I have food, I have a roof over my
Yeah.
head, I'm getting paid, my parents still love me, I'm in a
You have friends.
my friends love me, I'm in a good relationship. Like I just think of all the good things,
Yeah,
But
it's hard some days.
it's
though.
hard, dude. I
It's
mean, when
hard
it's a
some days.
week, I just want to just to give you like a little summary, right? My first day was stuff like that, right? My like third day was stuff with my house. One of my packages got stolen, right?
Yep.
My fourth day, I found out I don't have access to the garage. I like live like a little duplex, right? And I find out there's some homeless person living in the garage, right? Crazy, yeah. But then add on to that, the property management just don't care.
Yeah, they
You
don't
know?
do anything
They
about
don't
it.
do nothing about it, basically, right?
Yeah.
So then that, and then just work stuff. It just like it's literally a
Yeah.
snowball, just like getting
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Where you just want to get to Friday.
literally, and tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah,
At least,
but you don't even feel like Friday's gonna be a good day
No,
either. Yeah.
not at all.
No.
I mean, and one of the other reasons too that we're like, I'm sure you guys haven't noticed yet, we're not in the usual spot.
Oh, yeah.
This is Alan's house.
I live
It's
here.
a lot colder
It's not
here.
my home, but I live here.
He lives here. It's a lot colder here.
Yeah.
I don't have AC in
Yeah.
my house. It's a lot colder. I have like one little fan. I'm not planning on getting AC though, so we can just go back to it. And so I don't know if you guys
Are you talking
can
about
tell. I was talking about the light.
Oh,
Our light. So we have like a ring light, right? Like gives us It makes us look better.
Yeah.
Literally, drive it over here, pops off, broken.
Yeah. I just try to screw it to make it a little tighter. Done.
Just add it on to...
This table shaking now.
Table shaking. Just add it on to my week.
Yeah. I've had a not as bad as a week, so that kind of sucks. You know when like somebody's having a bad week and you can't...
You
like,
can't relate.
Well, not even that. You know what sucks even more? Like, I'm not having a good week by any means necessary. Like, it's just a normal week. It's whatever. But when you're having a good week and somebody's having a bad week and you can't be happy, right? You gotta hide your happiness.
It's almost like you have to be miserable.
Yeah,
with them.
Like, I'm happy I had a normal week.
But that's not good either. If you were having such a good week,
it's just empathy though. It's empathy.
It's empathy, but like at the same time, like I wouldn't expect you to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer with you,
Yeah.
you know? Like, but I mean, it is empathy, but at the same time, it could be like you're rubbing it in my face, dude. I got a promotion.
Oh yeah.
I just won $1,000. I don't know, but like I was like,
sucks for you, but my life is great.
I live in the hood. I guess I live in the hood. Oh well, yeah, that's. It's been a rough week for sure for me, and I'll probably help, brother. That's the thing. I'm like, I just think about.
So how do we deal with the rough week? What do we what do we do to turn around?
Me, just like I said, for one, think about where you're at. Think about like there's worse situations. We live in Denver, Colorado. There's a lot of homeless people. You know, I mean, it's kind of weird as it sounds. I'm just like, you know what, like. I'm thankful for the rough week because I'm not on the streets, you know, begging for money or whatever situation it is, right? That kind of gets me through it a little bit. Another thing too is an old coworker of mine always told me this. He's like, just look at the clock, just know the clock is still ticking, and your day will be over.
Yep.
And honestly, like that's gotten me through some like rough days.
Yep.
And that's like my literally, I just look at the clock. I'm like, you know what? My day will be over, and there'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow could be worse, but it could be better. You don't know. You know, so I think that's what kind of gets me through the day.
I feel like we're lucky in the sense where, and this kind of goes back into like the mental health thing we were talking about the other day.
Watch our last episode.
Where it's like our mental health isn't bad to the point where like a bad day knocks us down for longer than a week, right? Yeah. Where it's like, okay, we had a bad week, nothing went right this week. But we're still fine to get to next week. Like there's some people that's like, this is this week, it's gonna be next week, and it's gonna be the next week after that.
That's what I'm saying. Like those people in certain situations, you know, like there's an example like homeless people, you know.
Mm-hmm. They don't know how their
day's gonna go. They don't know if they're gonna, you know, make it or whatever. So that kind of gives me a little bit of reassurance. Yeah. Also, too, what sucks is I don't have my family here.
Oh,
really.
True. Yeah.
You know, I just kind of have friends that kind of like, and sometimes that's not enough. But at the same time, my family loves me, you know, and I love them. Like that's reassuring.
Well, they make your day better without even trying.
Oh yeah, my niece, dude. Send me a video. I'll cheer up. Yeah, exactly. Send me a picture of my niece. Oh, cheer up.
I feel like I'm weird with my family because like I've always felt like the black sheep, even though I know I'm not treated like that. So I never like hang out with my family. But I always enjoy it whenever I do. Like I hung out with my cousin last weekend. Mm-hmm. That's something I don't do all the time, but I loved every second of it. But I never do it. I just like it's so random. I'll do it once a month, once every 2 months. Like I never see my family. I just have my mom and that's it. And even then, like, I mean, I live with my mom, so I see her all the time. Yeah. But we don't see each other on the weekend. Yeah, no.
I'm saying, yeah.
So it's I don't know. I think it's weird.
But some people
I get my happiness from my friends, honestly.
Yeah, some people sometimes people see their friends closer than to their family. You know.
Yeah.
They see their friends as their family.
Yeah. I would always put my family first, right? But my friends are literally like just a notch.
Yeah.
Like barely a notch underneath them.
I mean, like you know that saying, like blood is thicker than water. Sometimes it's not.
That's actually that saying is
sometimes it's not.
People actually say that saying wrong. I found out.
What is it?
I don't know how to explain it, but the full phrase of that basically is the opposite.
That water's thicker than blood?
No, it's I forget what the whole phrase is, but it's basically like, yeah, the family.
Like your family and shit.
Yeah. People actually have been saying that wrong. Supposedly, I don't know. I heard this not even on TikTok, but I heard this somewhere. So I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. I don't know.
Have you ever
I'm not a scientist.
cried from a bad day?
Yeah.
Like honestly,
I haven't done it in a long time, but
I haven't done it. I haven't done it in a long time either. But I don't usually cry from a bad day. I cry from like a bad week.
I did it all the time in college.
Oh,
college had me crying all the time.
In the military.
Yeah.
I used to, dude. I remember I don't do this. I bought cigarettes one time in my life. Usually one time in my life. I'm usually like when I only smoke a cigarette, not anymore. But I used to just smoke cigarettes when I got drunk.
Yeah.
I'd just bum them from a friend or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But I remember one time at work, I was I never felt, I could literally feel my gray hairs just growing out of my scalp.
Yeah.
I was so stressed out. I was tired. I was working the 12-hour shift, coming out of the 12-hour shift. I got in my car. I went to the gas station. I bought a 40 and some cigarettes. And I was like outside smoking a cigarette and drinking, and I was just crying.
Damn.
It was such a rough, dude. It was so bad. I don't even remember. I was just so stressed out, man.
It's a bad day.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii. So it was nighttime. It was a 12-hour shift. But I mean, like,
just goes to show you, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can always have a bad day.
yeah, no, but it was just, oh my god, dude. I guess I can't even remember what we did or what happened. But
I feel like I've always been lucky where I've had like a girlfriend that's been there for me, and like if I have a bad day, I can talk to her.
Sex is a stress reliever. I like to think it is.
No, I was thinking of something different.
Oh,
but no, yes.
What are you thinking about?
Next conversation. Maybe
Next episode.
It is. You're right. But I'm just talking in general. I'm talking.
Like having a
like an
person
actual conversation of like my day sucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to fuck it out of.
Like your girlfriend
have a
is
bad
like probably
conversation
like someone like dedicated, boyfriend dedicated to you to like talk to them about your day, or console you like come here, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the luxury of being in a relationship.
I'm not ready for one of those, so I can't.
No, I don't blame you.
You're fine.
I don't blame the other person either. whoever they may be. But yeah, man, bad days. It just like it happens.
It happens.
But
every day comes to an end.
Every day, yep. That's what I said.
That's what I remember from college. Every day comes to an end.
Yep.
Every day comes to an end.
The clock keeps ticking, and your day will end. And then tomorrow,
there's always a new beginning.
Yep. And tomorrow will be better. Sometimes, not all the time, but most of the time.
Even if it's not,
it's still tomorrow.
There's still a next day.
I think like growing up religious, like like my mom was always like tomorrow's not promised, so be thankful for every day.
Yep.
Like we were talking about like the light thing, like if maybe like later on if this becomes more successful and we have like better equipment, we're gonna laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like remember when
that was the worst week.
It was the worst week.
Us filming, like everything went wrong for you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and look where we're at now. Maybe.
Yeah, it's not. It's literally it's still a good story tomorrow.
Yeah. Literally.
And the next week, like, yeah. These are the times that suck now, but you laugh out in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you have one of those days like you laugh about now?
Yeah, I do all the time. I do like, not typically bad days, but usually I think of like the crazy things that happen. Like, I always think about when we were supposed to take a test for school. It was like a statewide test. It was the middle of winter. And one of my friends wasn't going to school. Like, he would always miss school. So, like, he had a ride or whatever. Or he didn't have a ride. So, literally, it was the football team. We all, like, packed into one car. And we're like, we're gonna go to his house and we're gonna bring him here because he can't miss the shit. So, we were driving. It was a blizzard. We were driving in a blizzard. And my boy had to make a left turn. And my dumbass, there was a car coming. My dumbass is like, you better go. You better not be a bitch and go. And I was just joking, right, in the moment. But he took it. He took it and like we saw the car coming. We were sliding. And we're like, well, this is, I didn't think I was going to die, but we're definitely like, this is going to be a car crash. Like,
that's not a bad
we were just
day.
trying to get our friend. Like, this is going to be bad. But we ended up making it. We ended up making the turn. He slid into the sidewalk a little bit, but it was fine. Didn't break anything. We go to his house. He's not even there. He was on his way to school. I'm like, we like crossed each other. Like,
I'm like, he's walking.
No, it was far.
Like,
at some point, like we crossed each other, like driving or whatever. We get back to school and we're like all yelling at him because we almost died. But like I said, we think about that now. We're like,
yeah, like it's a
we almost
funny story.
died because of you, but now it's funny.
Yeah, like one of the times, the times I always remember is like when I would lie to my parents. I would like one of these times, I'm like, oh, I'm going to the movies. But me and my friends, we were just thinking about stupid stuff, like random stuff to do.
Yeah.
We went to this park that was like by the beach.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, let's have a water balloon fight. But at night, like literally like at like midnight.
Yeah.
Right? So we go, we're having a good time. We go to the beach. Great time, right?
Yeah.
So it's about time to go. And I had left my keys on the back of my friend's car, right? She drove off. It wasn't like in a plastic bag, right?
Yeah.
She drove off. I don't know how, I don't know if she was driving just super slow, but so like to get out of the park, you have to take like this, like basically just like a regular street, like in these apartments or these houses, and then get onto the highway.
Yeah.
So she with the keys in the back, they made it through that, got on the highway, right?
Yeah.
For one, I had to find them, which was another struggle, right? But when I found them, they got ran over. And
on the highway?
It was broken. I found the key broken, right? So I'm like, maybe this will work. I plug it in, and because that's the chip, it didn't turn it didn't like crank the car.
What?
Because you know how the keys have chips, right?
Yeah, I guess, but no. If it went into the car, it shouldn't turn.
No. It was like it fit, like the key fit in there, but in order to turn it, it needs like the chip in there to turn it. The chip was like broken off. So it was a Nissan. It was a Pathfinder, right? Yeah, and it has like a black.
So I shouldn't be talking.
But it has like it's like the black part and then the actual key.
Yeah.
That black part was missing.
Okay.
So that black part has a chip in there.
Okay.
That's what makes it turn.
Okay.
Like that's what makes it crank or whatever. Like start the car. Literally, I had to call my parents. It's like 2 a.m. And I call my parents to come pick me up, and then they come, and then I had to like confess everything. I wasn't at the movies. I wasn't at the movies. I was at the park. I was like,
being a dumbass.
Doing the dumbass with my friends, and then I couldn't even because I was gonna take my friend home too. They waited. My friends waited for me too. My parents, and I'm like, I'm about to get my ass whooped. I'm about to get this.
They weren't even mad, huh?
They were surprisingly not mad.
Yeah.
It's
always worse than what you think.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about that now because I was in deep shit.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't go out and stuff. But I mean, I think about that now, like I'm so stupid. I could have just honestly, I feel like I could have told my parents.
Yeah.
And they would have been like, "Oh yeah, go."
But yeah, that was our episode for this week.
If you guys are having a bad day, just remember it's gonna get better.
Yep.
Remember where you are. Remember, like it could be worse.
Yep.
And if you're one of those people who like struggles with that type of stuff, like, then definitely seek a professional.
Help. Yeah.
And talk to someone. Don't bottle it up. Yeah, let it out.
Everything explodes.
Everything. Yep. Exactly. Everything explodes. And you don't want to be that person. I promise you, things will get better. So, stay tuned to the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Leave a comment. Please let us know what you'd like to.
Tell us about your bad day if you want to. Maybe that's your way to let it out. Tell us about it.
But yeah. See you guys next week.
See you.